How long does it take you to get ready for an Aces High performance?
About 15 minutes.
Well, I'm speedy. I'm the quickest one. And I don't know, it probably takes me 45 minutes.
I think it actually takes us about 2 hours from the time that we really start to seriously put on our costumes.
You know, Ace has been known to be lazy, and we have our lazy aces in this band too, just like any other band. You know, sometimes you gotta light a fire under their ass to, you know, get them going.
Yeah, we're talking about it. Just put it in. He always talks about it, you know. Well, you're like all walking out without me, and then it's like, oh. And then we gotta wait for you to quit talking about it.
Well, as you know, it's not always easy being in a band with yourself.
His feet are far apart and his knees are together, and he's sort of hunched over, and he looks really tired and stoned and drunk.
Sometimes I just kind of try and stagger around sitting down.
Yeah, I like to kind of buckle my knees together.
You've got the pigeon-toed.
He's sort of, the way he walks is kind of stumbling.
And crouch a little bit.
Stoned out facial movements.
Got the back pedal.
A lot of it's just getting drunk and you know, and a lot of that comes naturally.
When a flash pot goes off underneath you, back pedal real fast.
You guys seem to ask a lot of your roadie, and also it seems that there's a high turnover rate. We
resent that he tried to replace us. We're not necessarily that nice to Vinny.
You know, Vinny takes a lot of verbal abuse on stage.
We're not really worried about how we treat our roadies.
We don't pay them. One Vinny, we made him buy us beers, you know. We didn't know that. We were like, get us some beers, you know, we're on stage. And he had it out of his own pocket, and then we didn't pay him.
And he's had some hard times, you know. He just recently sued Kiss for not getting paid. We thought we'd let him come work for us.
He'll do flash pots. He'll do whatever roadie has to do, you know, to make the show go smoothly. It's not a job for everybody. It's, you know, it's a fun thing, and we just like to keep it fresh anyways, and usually we can't get somebody to do that job twice.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a roadie for 2 gigs. We've never had the same one.
Some of the other guys want to keep up this front of, like, abusing Vinny. I think they abuse him off stage too much, you know? And it's like, why would you want to do this? Do you want to do that?
Vinny's holding the cowbell for Ace. Let him play? I already let him play for a few years. Yeah. What did he give you? Look it up? Yeah! Come on! Rip it out! Take my heart. You wanted it from the start. You got it now. Goodbye. So rip it out. Watch me cry.
How were you received at the KISS convention?
I really couldn't see too well during the KISS convention. I had silver makeup in my eyes the whole gig.
When I first came out of the hotel room after I got dressed, this little Mexican cleaning lady ran up to me and asked for my autograph. I think she thought I was like really, you know, KISS or something. So I signed, scribbled this. He couldn't even read it.
There was a mixed reaction from the audience there. I think they didn't really know how to accept us.
When we got there, we overheard someone asking about us, and the other person said they favor one member. So, and I guess a sort of concerned, sort of skeptical tone of voice.
And I was looking around, I was like, man, what a freak show.
And we sensed some resistance to the concept.
You know, those guys are hardcore, you know. But
when we started, it was really rough.
A lot of critiquing going on, I think.
Because we played terribly. Chris opened the show with the opening to Rock Bottom, the intro that Ace wrote. And he just kept hitting these wrong, sour notes.
And when we started, we were all out of tune, and it wasn't really that good.
And then he just kept getting quieter, and then he turned his back to the audience, and he couldn't ever get it down. And they kept getting sour, more sour, and more sour, and then he kept getting quieter and quieter. And that was our big intro, and it was just awful.
You know, I think we're a little too racy for some of the Kiss fans.
I think those people just take their Kiss a little too seriously.
They really didn't seem to be won over until a man came up on stage and grabbed a mic and it's like, come on, everybody, get up! These guys are great, man! Get up!
Hard times are dead and gone, but the hard times have made me strong. And the hard times have made me see that the hard times are where I wanna be. It wasn't right.
I mean, if you thought about the 4 personalities in this band, it is beyond me how we ever finally managed to get this thing in production.
Well, every show is potentially the last show because we're so fed up with it by that point. And so every show we have, I think that somebody's going to quit.
Well, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I usually feel like it's not worth it at all. But then after the show, I'm glad I did it.
I'm not going to say anything about what we might do in the future.
You see an Aces High show, you know, you've got a pretty good shot of Aces High. You got a pretty good shot of rock.
Watch your step, Ace. Ace, watch your step. Ace, watch your step.